Instead of chasing after someone's attention, if the relationship is progressing a little bit slower than you would like, what's an empowered move that you can make? I was on a coaching call recently with one of the women in the Manifest Your Man program, and she was saying, hey, so we're starting this relationship. It's going well. He's giving me some attention and we're texting on a daily basis, but I would love more. Like, how can I create more? And she didn't want to chase his energy. And she was like, I really would love to be grounded in my feminine power and invoke his masculine energy. And so I'm going to share with you 2 ideas that can help you ground that feminine power that you have to evoke him into his masculine energy and invest more interest and attention into this relationship. And the first is, you remember when we were kids, perhaps you had this experience in grade school where we had these little paper Dixie cups and we planted seeds. I can remember being in like 4th grade and we did this experiment. You'd write your name on the Dixie cup, you put the soil in there, you plant the little seed and you put it on the windowsill. And like the day one, I ran to the windowsill. I look in the Dixie cup, nothing. Like, it's just the soil, the dirt, right? I don't see anything. Next day, run to the windowsill. I'm looking. Like, there's nothing. I don't see any little plant. And I'm thinking, well, this is disappointing. Next day, run to the windowsill. Look, I don't see anything. And I go to the teacher and I'm like, mine's not working because other people have little plants growing. Remember that? It was like other people, some people like there's that whole little stalks growing out of that soil. And mine didn't have anything. And I'm thinking, this thing isn't working. Very similar to the relationships. Like if you're dating somebody and other people progress really fast and they just like both are totally into each other and it progresses and they kind of get into this instant relationship and you're looking at yours going, wow, this is going, you really like the guy. Like he's great and he's pouring interest in, but you're like, this is going slower than I want. It's tempting to want to dig into that soil and pull it up. And that's what I started to do in my Dixie cup, actual example. I started to dig in there and the teacher saw me and she came in, whoa, 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 Matt, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm pulling it up to find out if there's something wrong with it. And she goes, if you pull this up, you're going to kill it. She goes, there's nothing wrong with that. Some just take a little bit longer to get going than others. And I went, okay. And I covered it back up and let it grow. And sure enough, the next day, boop, this little leaf popped through, little seedling popped through the dirt, and I was on my way with my plant growing. Similar energy to chasing. If you chase the interaction, it just pushes the other person away. It kills the connection in the relationship. It's way better to, instead of chase, create space. This is the feminine move. Instead of chase, create space. And what that means is most people misinterpret this. Most people interpret space as, well, then I just have to be passive. There's nothing I can do. Sit back and wait for him to text me or call me. No, 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 no. You can actually claim your feminine power and create space. And here's what it looks like. Creating space is about creating an energetic opportunity for him to invest into the relationship. And ultimately, what the simplest form of this is you making an empowered request. Like, let's say he's only texting you. And you're like, I want to talk to this guy on the phone. Like, I want to hear his voice. So the next time you text him or he texts you, you can say, hey, you know what? I'm really craving hearing your sexy voice. I'll be home tonight around 6. I'd love it if you gave me a call. What's beautiful about that is direct, that is clear, and that is feminine. Because feminine creates an opportunity for the masculine to serve, the masculine to pour into. And so you're creating this beautiful opportunity, telling him exactly what you want. And then he has an opportunity to provide for you what it is that you want. And the masculine gets a boost of masculine energy when he actually accomplishes the goal. Or you can say, let's say a guy is only planning dates that are casual and like you guys are going to the bar and grabbing drinks and you really want something a bit more romantic or something a bit more adventurous and more fun, like maybe hiking or doing something on the afternoon. So then you would text him or you'd ask him, whether you're on the phone or text, you ask him, you say, hey, you know what would really bring a lot of joy to my life is if you planned an adventurous date for us. Let's see what you got. And now you're challenging him and making a request at the same time. 2 energies that masculine energy loves. So you're drawing him into the masculine. Now, this is also a great technique for finding out if he's actually wanting to move forward with you or not. Because the guy who's not invested at all is just going to drift away. And then don't chase that guy. It's good riddance to that guy. But the guy who is invested, who is intrigued, who is interested in this relationship growing is going to say, all right, let me put a little bit more water on this. Let me move it to the right part of the sunlight. Let me invest more just to see how this thing really grows. And so those are two beautiful techniques you can use right now to create the result that you want. Number one, don't chase, create space. And number two, make an empowered feminine request to draw him into the relationship. So I've got an important question for you. If the guy isn't investing at the level that you would love more from him, what strategies have you used that really work? I mean, we can always just say no and next and all of that. That's always on the table. But what strategies actually call him in to the relationship in an empowered way? I would love to hear your thoughts on that as well. And know this, I believe in you. Here's to your amazing, empowered love life. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you soon.